Hay. Hay is what we're all about today on the Stoney Ridge farm. It's all about hay and manure today. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the ATV and we're gonna go out and we're gonna unroll a bale of hay on this section of pasture up here at the top of the hill. I also have a gate that I'm gonna close and I'm gonna keep the cows in that little section of pasture. And what we're gonna try and do is build up the manure load on that pasture so we can do exactly what we're gonna do today. We're gonna drag these pastures with a great big Winfield drag harrow, Winfield American Harrow, I believe is what it's called. I'll post a link down in the video description, all the cool toys we're going to be using today. The Greg Judy bale unroller will be unrolling our hay, and we'll back up, we'll hook up to the next roll and have it ready for tomorrow. And we're just gonna drag these pastures. You guys are gonna get to see there's a huge manure load in this field. You can't walk more than 3 steps without stepping in a huge pile of manure. And we're gonna take the nutrients from a concentrated area this big and put them in an area this big. So that's what it's all about, regenerative farming today. We're having some fun. We're gonna be running some cool equipment. So come along as we get busy on the farm, all right? Woo! Stoney Ridge, farm Stoney Ridge, Stoney Ridge farm. All right, guys, welcome to the Stoney Ridge Farm Channel. If this is your first time or your 50th time, ooh, I'm gonna fall. Please hit that like button, jump in, subscribe to the channel. I'd love to have you back. I wanna take you out here, first of all, in the pasture and show you just how dry it is. It's extremely dry this year, and this is the wet season for us here in North Carolina. What we've got out here on this pasture that we're walking in are pats of manure everywhere, just scattered about all over the land out here. And I'll get you a good idea of how much manure it is. I can't take 3 steps without landing in a giant pile of manure, and that is a good thing, yet a bad thing. So we want this nutrient, you can really see it right here, we want this nutrient to be spread out upon the land. The way we're gonna do that is with a drag harrow, and we're gonna hook that up to the tractor here in just a second after we unroll this hay bale. The cows are up here, they're hungry, they're ready to eat. So without further ado, let's jump up here and get the cows fed. You'll see this pasture, as I drag over it, we're probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 7 to 8, maybe 9 acres that we're gonna be dragging right here. And even on the other far side of the farm, it could be dragged too. It wouldn't hurt it to be dragged or dragged. I think dragged. Guys, let me know. But you can see, it's like, man, it's like landmine city out here. There's just so many manure pats. And what that's gonna do is help feed the land, help this regenerative farm to grow. And it's very, very overgrazed right here. So them's the breaks. It's that time of year, the grass isn't growing, the hay's getting rolled out, and the cows are requiring much more attention right now than they would ever require during the summer months. So we got plenty of water. I wanna check our water and make sure everything's good. We're gonna run over here to our IntelliShock and we're gonna turn off our solar powered electric fence system. We're gonna go down here. We're actually gonna shut a gate right down here. So this is poly braid, okay? This is powered by that IntelliShock electric fence. The cows are real excited. You can hear them mooing. They're gonna come right down here where I'm at, and we don't want them right down here where I'm at, so I kind of had to sneak in here real quietly. Okay, this is what we're gonna hook over our latch on the fence over here. Just that simple, right there. Ready to rock and roll, and it's never too soon. Look at the girls. They want to come through. Wherever I'm at, that's where they want to be. I say girls and boys. These are all Black Angus beef cattle right here, and these Black Angus beef cattle will be on this section of pasture until somewhere around December the 15th. My goal is to unroll at least 100 bales out on this land right here, thus providing us with each cow pooping out 50 pounds of manure per day and probably 5 gallons of urine per day, feeding that land, regenerating our soil, which we don't have much soil. All we have is dirt. There's a difference for sure. Let's go get the ATV. Up here in this pasture, this is where we're gonna be feeding the cattle. And you can see these guys are curious. They're hungry. There's hay out on the land already. I unrolled 2 bales to them yesterday. right out there. You'll see that in the drone footage. But what we're gonna do, we're gonna take this poly wire, just like so, and it's almost low enough for the ATV to run over the top of it with the baling roller. What we'll do is we'll take this down and we'll tuck it right up under there, and then we'll get it on the next post right down here and do the same exact thing. That's why I turned the fence off before we got started. Now our line's on the ground. The cows will respect that, and typically they will not step over it. Even if they do step over it, they'll come right back after the bale of hay that's on the ATV way over there. You girls ready to eat? You ready to eat? Yummy, yummy. If you're curious about what I'm doing and you're thinking that I'm wasting a lot of hay, it's okay. That's what this is about. So inside each bale of hay is a huge seed bank that not only helps feed the land, but also helps cut down on the grass seed bill here on the farm. It takes literally no time to spend 2,000 bucks on grass seed when you have this much acreage. And we're on a 150 acre piece of property. Currently in fence, I have about 85 acres. And pretty soon I'll have about 50 more acres fenced in, so we can rotate the cows throughout the farm, help feed the land, help manage the grass, save on our bills for grass seed, for fertilizer, for lime, and for diesel fuel, because the cows are doing all the mowing for us this year. Really awesome, guys. Thanks so much. Please hit that like button, jump in, subscribe to the channel. I'd love to have you back here on the Stoney Ridge with me as we build this first generation farm. Alrighty, away we go. This guy hasn't been fired up in a week or so. Nice tight cab. Ooh. Yeah, cold night last night. Guys, I really am loving this TYM T1104 tractor. One of the best moves I've made is getting this big tractor on the farm. So you really need a tractor this big to lift up a harrow of this size. Now I could do this with the John Deere 5065 probably, but this is a monster tractor and it really does a great job. It's gonna be nice to be up in that cab too. It's windy, it's cold outside, dust, all sorts of stuff. And as we start dragging, you'll start seeing the dust, but man, loving this tractor. It doesn't come without its set of woes, and meaning the reason you see multiple tractors on farms like this is because hooking and unhooking equipment is a seriously time-consuming part of running a farm operation. Always troublesome hooking and unhooking equipment. It takes work. what you're seeing, guys. I had to adjust this out. I just slipped that little slip joint out right there, and then adjust this bar outward. And then I've got a controller right here that I can raise and lower my 3-point. I also have a hydraulic top link right here, and this is fully extended. It doesn't need to be fully extended, but it is, and you can see it's got to drop in right here to this hole. So what I'll do, I'll take this guy loose, I'll put him right there, and then I'll draw in that top link. You'll see that in just a second here. I'm just going to bring it in ever so slightly. We should be good here, and we're not. Don't let geometry fool you. See how we didn't line up just right? We got to extend that just a little. There we go. Just twist it. There we go. Straighten that out. Drop our pin. Good to go there. It's never easy, guys. It's never easy. If you'll notice, there's a lot of grass caught up in the harrow back there. Performing a chore like this is quite a daunting task at times. You're in and out of the tractor so much, you end up walking about 3 miles on a day like today, which is good for you, for sure. There we go, harrow is down. Got to find that sweet spot. So there are 3 levers right over here. Let's idle the tractor down. 3 levers right here. One controls that hydraulic top link. That's this one. The other 2 control other hydraulic stuff that would be on the rear of the tractor, but there's nothing else on the tractor right now. So I've just got a knob to raise and lower the 3-point hitch, and this handle right here, which extends and retracts that hydraulic top link you saw me hook up just a second ago. So here's how the harrow works, guys. These tines drag into the soil and through those manure pats. There are several ways we can run these. This is the most aggressive way. We can always drag this way too, but it doesn't do quite as good of a job. So we've got them in the most aggressive stance. You can see up under there, those are just basically forks that are forking into the soil and tearing up and spreading out manure, just like that. So folks, what you're seeing here is me just dragging the pastures. I'm cruising through here and I'm just letting that harrow do all the work. I may drag some of these sections 1, 2, and or 3 times depending on how wet and clotted the manure is. This also serves to help spread out those hay bales that were rolled out on the land. So if there's an area of concentrated hay, it'll just roll it right over and spread it out and disperse it better so that it rots better, so that it feeds the land a little bit better. And this is all about regenerative farming, guys. This is something that not a lot of folks are doing out there, especially on YouTube. You're not seeing this very much. All about regenerating the land, cutting down on that grass seed bill, and cutting down on the fertilizer bill. This big old tractor sure is handy, and this harrow is super, super handy, guys. American made, American quality, good stuff. So we're just gonna keep on working until we get this field done, and probably about dark. It's gonna take me another hour or so to get this done, but probably about dark I'll go over and I'll start on the other field. I may get both fields done today. Once I move the cows from the place that they're at right now, I'll go back in and I'll drag that area. So we'll be dragging smaller and smaller paddocks throughout the winter, and I've got some stockpiled forage on the other side of the farm, and we'll be moving the cows over there again, probably around about the 15th of December. That's what we wanted. All right, boys and girls, a job well done. This is what we wanted. Let me show you exactly what we did. So we took a manure pat that looks like this, these big pats, and we made them look like that right there, spreading it out on the land right there. Absolutely awesome, guys. I can't say enough about this tractor. I can't say enough about what we're doing here on the farm, the regenerative farm here. If you guys like this kind of stuff, please jump in, pound that like button, follow along as we build this first generation farm. Lots of fun stuff to come, guys. Lots of fun stuff. We're gonna be introducing sheep to the farm very soon, and I just can't wait. It's gonna be cool. Add a new dynamic. Maybe some goats. I don't know. We got a lot of weeds. Goats could eat them up. Thanks a lot for joining me today, guys. Please pound that like button. If you have any questions, please let me know. Post them down there in the comments section. Questions, comments, concerns. Tell me what you think. What do you think about this? Good time. We'll see you guys next time on the Stoney Ridge Farm Channel. Woo!
Come on down to the Stoney Ridge. Bring your wife and bring your kids. We're living life pure and sweet. That's the way it's supposed to be, Stoney Ridge. Woo!
That's it. That's it. Get out of here. We'll see you next time.